Hello, and welcome to Monday. I'm kind of gonna make this vlog quick. To those of you who have watched yesterday's vlog as well as Thursday's vlog, I'm basically rapid fire filming, so that way I have stuff to edit. The big thing that I'm gonna talk about today is, I actually got today off of work. My original plan was to give Johnny a 4-day weekend so he could celebrate his birthday. I was able to get today off, and he wasn't. So Johnny ended up going to work today, which sucks, because if you saw yesterday's vlog, you will know that Johnny is sick. He's sick with a cold, but it's bad enough that he's been struggling a little bit. I went and got him meds yesterday, so he's got plenty of medicine. We have so much food. I actually went grocery shopping today. We have an insane amount of food, an insane amount of liquids. So he has everything he needs. But of course, if he needs anything, I'll be there to help him. I feel fine. I don't feel bad in any way. So just gonna take care of him now that he's home. I did record some more stuff today. I'm not gonna go into that because I haven't publicly announced it. I know Sunday's supposed to be my recording day, but I decided since I got an extra long weekend, I was gonna record today, and I'm glad I did. So, got some recording done. I'm about to sit down and get some editing done. But the big thing that I want to talk about today is because Johnny got the original Xbox for his birthday, we have been talking about archiving for the system. Now, the original plan was that we were going to mod the Xbox. Now, just to clarify, the Xbox that I bought for him is not modded. I wasn't actively trying to look for a modded Xbox, even though everyone that I talked to that knows about Xbox and I mentioned too that I was getting him an original, all of them asked the same thing. Did you get him a modded Xbox? And the answer was, if I could get one, sure, but I wasn't aiming for it. I was just trying to find an Xbox. And I was not able to get a modded one. But I thought, well, it can't be that hard to mod the original Xbox. I've modded my Wii, my Wii U, my 3DS. I modded a number of systems. I can probably do it. And so one of the things I worked on today was I worked on what it takes to mod an original Xbox. And I decided that's a lot of work. And on top of that, that's a lot of money. I don't know if I want to spend the money to get all the parts needed to mod this. Let's check out Xbox emulation. Because for all the systems that I don't have modded, I just run emulators on my Steam Deck and just play all the ROMs that way. So I play my physical games on the actual systems, and I play my emulated games on an emulator. I would like to eventually have either, flashcards or possibly mod everything. So I think at some point I am going to mod the original Xbox. But it was kind of one of those things where I sat down and thinking I was going to mod it tonight. Only to realize, no, this takes a lot more work and you need to do your research. So, the alternative is just getting an Xbox emulator set up. And I decided to set up Xemu. I have no idea if there are any other Xbox emulators. That's just the one that I kept hearing about, so I decided to download it. Got the BIOS and everything set up. I only have one game installed, which was a 007 game. And I basically just want to see how does Xbox emulation work, how well is it easy to set up, so that way, and then also confirm that I can set it up, so that way I can start archiving ROMs, and then eventually get everything set up on the Steam Deck. I also talked to Johnny about it very briefly while he was somewhat awake in between naps, because he's still sick. He's been asleep since he came home from work, which has been about 4 hours now, and I basically talked to him about it, and he was flat out like, yeah, I don't care. He's like, I'm totally fine just collecting physical media for the actual Xbox and then using emulation for the rest of it. He honestly doesn't care. And it kind of sucks. I'm going to go a little bit off tangent, but one of the plans that we actually were going to make for his birthday is he really wanted to check out the retro game store that I bought his Xbox from. That was his idea. Now that he has the Xbox, he's like, I want to collect games for this. What store did you buy it? And I told him that it was a store he'd never been to before. And he was like, I want to go. That's where I want to go for my birthday. Let's go to the store. And he texted me today while he was at work saying, I feel too sick. I don't know if we can go tomorrow. And I feel really bad, man. So hopefully I can get everything archived so that way I can be like, hey, in case we can't go, like, at least you can play all these games. Not that he wouldn't be able to play them before. He has his own Steam Deck. All I'd have to do is just give him the files and he can play it on his own Steam Deck, but still, I feel bad. I know he really wanted to go, but now that we have the Xbox, I definitely want to start archiving it, especially because, I don't know if I talked about this on the vlog, but I actually did finally finish archiving all of 3DS. So I now have the entire 3DS library on a hard drive. And I'm going to use that same hard drive to archive Xbox, which means that assuming that the Xbox library doesn't completely fill up that hard drive, or if it does fill it up, but that's it, that means we'll have 10 terabytes full of archived games. Yeah, for context, every single console that we own physically, aside from some of the more modern ones, I haven't done PS3 or PS4, or even like Xbox One, but like most of our retro systems, I have created archived backups of all the ROMs, so that way we can actually play them. Because game collecting is expensive, and I want to be able to play all these games, but until I can get a complete physical library of all this stuff, I'm just gonna collect what I can and then play emulation. And yeah, as of now, I actually have an 8 terabyte hard drive completely full of games, and that was everything except for 3DS and now Xbox. So I am now working on a second hard drive full of just ROMs that currently just has 3DS, but will soon have Xbox. And that's a 2 terabyte drive, so if that gets filled up, that is going to be 10 terabytes full of games. Anywho, I'm going to get some videos done, probably get some more art done, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. I think if Johnny's in a good enough mood, if he doesn't feel so bad, we may go out and do stuff, but otherwise, we're probably just going to stay inside, which sucks, because tomorrow's Johnny's birthday, and he's sick. That's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all later.